she was still recovering in hospital after giving birth to Bridget in 1932, when she received a visit from a man who would really decide her destiny thereafter. And it was this man, and this is William Randolph Hearst, the great William Randolph Hearst, with whom you're all familiar, because, again, he had the great rival publishing empire, Hearst magazines and newspapers and so forth. And he was very much a dominant force throughout the 20th century in publishing, and Hearst continues to be so in many ways. He had a magazine at the time called Harper's Bazaar, which was older than Vogue. In fact, this year it celebrated its 150th anniversary, Harper's Bazaar, but it hadn't been doing so well, and he recognised that Carmel Snow had the imagination, had the flair, had the verve to turn it around and make it a serious competitor to Vogue. So he invited her to take the job. This is Alexey Brodovitch. Alexey Brodovitch was perhaps the greatest graphic designer of the 20th century. Russian-born, had come to New York in the years after the Revolution, had worked in Philadelphia teaching design until he met Carmel Snow. And she said, I saw a fresh new conception of layout technique that struck me like a revelation. Pages that bled beautifully, cropped photographs, typography and design that were bold and arresting. For the rest of her time at Harper's Bazaar, the two of them worked very closely together. Between them, they completely redefined magazines and what they looked like. The whole of editorial design was overthrown by them. Not least, they loved the notion of empty space, of whiteness on pages, of lack of clutter, of clean typography, of unexpected but very striking cropping, and strange, again, imaginative juxtaposition, plus a constant interaction between the text and the pictures. And to give you an idea, let's just look at a few examples. First of all, some Harper's Bazaar covers. And look how clean they are. If you look at fashion magazine covers today, you'll see they're busy, they're terribly busy, they're endless things shouting at you. Now compare them with these designs. This is June 1940, the cover in June 1940. It does everything you need. April 1946. June 1950. September 1958. You can see how striking these were and how unlike anything that had ever been done before or indeed since. And again, a couple of pages from interiors of the magazine, just to give you an idea. This is a Madame Grey dress, and notice how the text, the sinuosity of the text, emulates the sinuosity of the line of the dress. And that's from 1935. Terrific. Using Hearst newspapers, ripped open, with girls stepping out from them. That's from 1938. And then very frequently this overlay, a very common Brodovitch design from 1950 for a page about nails. And again, notice the interaction between text and pictures. Nobody had done anything like this before, so it was completely revolutionary.